Hey, what's up? It's Lucas, and if you're going to watch one video from me, let it be this one. This video is going to be extremely powerful, actionable, and if you could just find one or two ways to apply this into your life, into your business, in the way that you do things right now, I guarantee you, you will get results. And really what I'm talking about is push versus pull. Now that's not necessarily just in marketing terms, although you've probably heard me talk about that before. Push marketing versus pull versus attraction marketing, bringing clients to you, bringing business to you, bringing money and sales to you, but it applies into every area of life, whether that's love, relationships, friends, things you want, experiences you want to bring into your life. We can push, we can fight our way, or we can get into flow and we can attract. Now, this is not going to be woo-woo because there's two sides to this equation. I'm going to fill you in on this, but just understand this. Anything that we push, that we fight for, it is always the hardest way to get it. Think about relationships and just basic human nature. If you are texting or messaging someone all of the time, you start sounding desperate, you're going to push away the very thing, the very person that you want, and the universe works no differently. If you are desperate for something and you keep following up with a client and you keep trying to push a sale, I know this sounds very obvious, many people are doing this, you're going to push away the very client, which you're pushing away the value you bring, which you're pushing away the money, which the money is a tool to grow the business or to attract or bring in the things you want, the boats, the cars, the experiences, the house, the environment you live in, the car you drive, whatever. So at its core essence, if we push and fight all of the time, we end up pushing the very thing we want away. If we can become a magnet, if we can learn to attract the people and the clients, aka the business, aka the sales, aka the money, aka the freedom, if we can learn to attract it, to get into flow and bring it to us, to reposition how we view this whole money-making, business-creating thing, if we can change that paradigm, change that story, change that narrative, it becomes so much easier to attract what you want. Now, I'm not saying hard work doesn't enter the picture. It will take hard work. Some people take this way too far and say, oh, hard work. You don't have to work hard. There's a difference between working hard, being aligned, and in flow, versus working hard, frustrated, upset, in the scarcity mentality, and pushing everything that you ever wanted away. A lot of coaches are in this, a lot of people that are in this, and I know because I speak from experience, because I spent years working my ass off, taking courses, getting the information I needed, and I was just pushing everything away until I said, wait, there's got to be a better way to do this. Am I aligned? Let me get into flow. Let me make sure my conscious and my subconscious are aligned. So what I say I want and what I believe I want and my self-worth and what I believe I am worth and what I believe I can attract into my life is aligned, and everything started happening for me. I am known for working hard. I love working hard. You put me into a competition, I know I'll win. I bet on myself. I know that I am always the hardest worker. I know that if it's me against you, I will bet on me because I will do everything it takes to win. Do I always win? No. Is there always a lesson to learn? Yes. Hard work plays a critical role. But if you're not aligned, that hard work becomes labor. It actually, I don't even really call it work. I call it like having fun, creating, building. And I work hard doing it, but it's in flow. It's in alignment. It doesn't feel like work. If what you're doing right now feels like work, it's stressful. You're fighting. You're fighting to get clients. You're fighting to create content. You're going to have a very hard time attracting those clients, attracting the money, attracting the freedom that you want. The simple fix to this is, what are you aligned with? I was literally just talking to someone who had all the strategies and had like all this content and all the stuff they wanted to create, but they weren't aligned with it. And so they were having a very hard time creating it. They were told this will work, but they weren't aligned. And so I ask you, what do you have to do to get in alignment? What is it you really want? Not what the world is telling you what you want. How do you want your business to look like? What kind of clients do you want to work with? What kind of content do you want to create? What lights you up? What fires you up? Do more of that. When you hit snags or roadblocks and you get anxiety or stress or overwhelmed or doubt or this kind of feeling of is this even possible? Now have a look at what are the things you believe? What are the stories you're playing? What are the narratives you're playing? What are the programs that you've installed, the stories you've installed that are, creating your reality? How are you showing up? every single time there's some unease in what I'm doing, I don't look at the strategy, I look at what's the belief behind this. And am I aligned? And is this belief serving me or is it not? And by doing that kind of investigative work on what it is you believe and making sure that we're in full alignment, you no longer have to push. You create. You inspire. You motivate. You energize people through your energy. And naturally, people gravitate towards you. And if people gravitate towards you, so does business, so does their business, so does their wallet, so does their credit cards, so does purchasing your programs. You become the person who can attract this. I could spend 8 hours talking about this. I've created an entire program around this called Breakthrough Coaching. This is everything. To me, this is the essence. The strategies, the tools, the tactics are beautiful to cover, and we teach a lot of it. That's literally what we do. But this whole other side of things is just as important, if not more important at times. If you're hitting a block and you're having a hard time past it, or you hit a ceiling for longer than just a few months and you can't seem to get past it, do this work. Still build the business. Still use strategies and tools and tactics and stay disciplined on building the business, but this whole other side over here is a playground that will help expand your horizon, help expand your abundance, move you into an abundance mindset versus a scarcity mindset, and you'll be amazed at what you can literally create. You can literally start painting your life and creating whatever it is you want, and you become a magnet for abundance, which, yes, is financial, but it's everything else: purpose, passion, energy, relationships, people, and everything else in between. I truly hope this serves at some level. I do probably every week or 2 weeks, I'll do a podcast episode on this. The coaching channel on YouTube is littered with content that will help serve you at this level. And if you're interested in Breakthrough Coaching or the Coaches University or anything that it is we do, check out lucasrubix.com. All of our programs are stay until you get paid guarantee. Coaches University is a 10K guarantee. We work with you till you make 10K. And Breakthrough Coaching, you have a good trial period. We make sure we see a breakthrough every single week. If you're interested in working with us or learning about what it is we do with clients, lucasrubix.com. Check it out. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Like and subscribe. We do a giveaway on this channel and on the podcast, $500 every single month. You do have to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Engage. Let me know what you thought of this video, and we put you into the draw every single month. With that said, I'm peacing out, and I'll see you next week.
So, I don't know when this whole get a job, 9 to 5, play it safe, think small, and hopefully someday retire with enough time to maybe chase my dreams became okay, but for people like you and me, it's not. I'm Lucas Rubix, and welcome to the Coaching Channel, where I continue my mission of setting human beings free.